Did you notice in Jesus' parable about the two builders that both houses experienced storms? Uh, Probably you're like me, you would like Jesus to stop the storm. And there are times when he does that, even in the Bible. Jesus has the power to stop the storm, to bring peace, cause the situation to be different. But in the typical life that we live, storms are coming and there's no stopping them. All of us will experience storms. What we need to do is learn how to survive the storms. And Jesus said the first step in that is to hear my word. Do you know Jesus' words about life? If so, you are one step closer to surviving the storm. But the second step is also important. And that step, Jesus says, is to put his words into practice. He who hears my words and then puts them into practice is like the wise man who built his house on the rock. Putting Jesus' words into practice, that requires us to make choices. That doesn't mean we can go about life as usual. I know, sometimes those of us who hear Jesus' words, we go to church, maybe we're in church every time the doors are open. Well, right now, church doors aren't so open, but you know what I mean. We hear it a lot. It goes into our ears often. But does it come out of our life in our choices, in the things that we choose to do, in the changes that we make? Jesus said in this message, do not worry. Will I hear that word and make choices and make changes so that worry is pushed aside in my life and I begin to live instead by trusting God? Will I hear his words and put it into practice? Putting it into practice means I need to ask and seek and knock. We've already noticed those words of Jesus in this message. I need to ask God, how do I put this into practice? This is what you tell me. How do I do it? You know, I have found that often other Christians who have walked ahead of me on this life's journey, who maybe have walked through storms that I have not experienced, I can learn from them how to put Jesus' words into practice. I have found that a good friend, a listening ear, an honest conversation can go a long way in helping me put Jesus' words into practice. We need to do both of those things. We need to hear his word and we need to put it into practice. And then our life is set up so when the storm comes, we can survive. We are in a storm. Our lives are yet to get through this storm to the other side. Some of you listening are maybe in the most difficult, challenging time of your life. Some of you, more like me in our older age, we're just kind of treading water until we can go back to more of what life used to be. We are in a storm, and if I would have thought back at the beginning of 2020 what May 24th would be like, I could never have dreamed of what today is like. I don't know what the future holds. It may be yet a bigger storm on the horizon. But Jesus says, Dude Garrett, that's me, if you will hear my words and if you will put them into practice, make choices and changes and change the pattern of your life, then whatever storm comes, you can survive. I want to play another song, maybe 3 songs today. This song is about sometimes he calms the storm. It's a more contemporary Christian song. Oh, well, don't we love it when he calms the storm? It's okay to ask him to calm the storm, to ask him to intervene, to step in and rescue us when we don't know what to do next. That's okay. Jesus said, ask, seek, knock. Your heavenly Father knows what you need. He will give you good gifts. But sometimes he doesn't calm the storm. And after we listen again for a song, I want to come back and help you know what it is that hearing and putting into practice, how that helps us to survive.